Good morning. It is Friday, November the 20th. I have a lot in store for you today. In back of me, I have a news story that I would like to share with you because it goes along with what we'll be talking about today. Um, I had a dream last night, and I woke up in the middle of the night after the dream and recorded on my voice recorder of my phone what the dream was about so I don't forget it. Because sometimes I dream things and I forget them. And this dream I did not want to forget. It's called This is America. And let me pull it up here. Okay, I'm going to play this. Please stick around and listen to it, and then we'll go into the news story in the back, and I will bring all of this together for you. The recording is about 15 minutes, but it's really important. Can you please listen to it in its entirety? Okay, here it goes. I had a dream last night that I was visiting families' homes in Baltimore, Maryland. We were having a good time eating and talking, and then we look outside. We seen someone standing in the bushes and trying to hide, hoping that we didn't see them. So my brother-in-law went out to address the person in the bushes. The person came out of the bushes, stabbed my brother-in-law, and killed him, then came into the house with us and terrorized us for hours. We were able to steal a phone call 911. We were on the phone for long enough for them to trace the call to find where we were. Then the guy who was terrorizing us in the house came and found that we were on the phone. And now he's threatening to kill us. He had a big knife, and I don't know if he had a gun or what. We were scared. We didn't want to overtake him. So I remember my dream screaming for help, for the police to help us. They were still on the phone. No one came. No one came. So 5 hours, 7 hours later, I'm still dreaming. Fire trucks came with an ambulance. And they came and they took my brother-in-law in the ambulance. But still, no police. The perpetrator was still there and surprised that they hadn't come and arrest him. He said that he was going to leave willingly, go tell his mom what happened because his father was a prominent business owner. In the neighborhood. I was happy that he was leaving, but I had to ask the question, why? And he seen how passionate I was when I asked that question. He turned around and looked at me. And he said, because I just wanted to know how it felt. After that, he left. And for some strange reason, then the police came. But he wasn't there. The ambulance and the body left. The police took a statement from someone in the house, and they left. We were screaming and crying and in pain and hurting, but our sounds weren't heard. They left. I know what you're going to say. This is just a dream. You woke up, everything's okay. But I'm going to tell you, no, that's not the case. This week, a mother lost her son. 2 mothers lost their son to police violence. It was supposed to be a traffic stop. They believed that a car that was stolen ran a red light, and they were looking for this car. They found these 2 young men in a car, and the young men pulled into a driveway and came out and turned around towards the police. It's unclear if the car was going to keep moving forward or if it was going to hit the police. But the police shot multiple bullets into the car. The 2 occupants, the driver and the passenger, were both killed. 2 mothers lost their children that quickly. I will give you the information as soon as I wake up because I wanted to record what my dream was because I feel that this is important. So the mothers find out that their children died, but they can't get any information from the police. The police involved in the shooting was sent home with pay. I don't know what they call it. And they say that's, routine when there's a police shooting. They put you on an administrative leave with pay. That's what it is. And no information could be given to the parents. This is America. This is after Trayvon Martin. This is after Breonna Taylor. This is after Botham Jean. This is after Michael Brown. This is after all of the people who've died under suspicious circumstances. But there's no answer for the parents. The reason why I mentioned this police shooting as in reference to the dream I had is because that may have been my dream, but that is everyday reality for Black parents. When they try to call the police, they don't hear you. When they try to get information, they can't get it. It's behind the blue wall of silence. And I'm not only talking about police shootings. It's our Black girls and boys. Girls too. Don't forget Sandra Bland. But when we call or when we ask questions, we are not given answers. And it is not until we hire a civil rights attorney and they get media coverage that it is put into the mainstream media where people like you and me can see it. Because if we didn't have the civil rights attorney, the media attention, no one would know. We would just get siphoned one by one. This is America. I imagine now that we're in a pandemic, it's even worse. There's no stimulus for the country. And the people who were struggling before, what are they doing now? I was watching the news, excuse me, I was watching the news the other day, and there was a black man in front of his home with a grill. He put a big sign in front of his house, free food. In the first couple of days, just a few people came who were struggling and they didn't have anything to eat and ate. And he was happy that he was able to feed those few people. It made him feel good. He said he had to cook for him and his sister, whoever he was caring for anyway. So he was happy to help someone else. It's like we all should. But those 4 people turned into 8 people, turned into 12 people, turned into 15 people. To now, it's over 36 people in his neighborhood who kept coming for food. Because they're hungry and they don't have money. This is America, where our cries are not being heard. Where I live, in the complex I live in, I've been here for some time now, and I've never seen the rate of people moving out like I do now. It's like on a daily basis. Some people might move on, they have better places, or they may be moving on to better things. But I did see one family who's moving out, couldn't even afford a moving truck, had all her friends there with their cars, piling her furniture onto the cars or trucks, the little personal trucks that you put, your work trucks that you put work stuff in. She put all her possessions on there to move. This is America. My son had a friend that he had met across the way from us. And he and his girlfriend had some troubles. That's the guy who lived across the way from us. So the woman moved out and she went back to where she lived. I believe it was back in New York or Pennsylvania, somewhere in the north. And although the guy had a job, when the woman left, he was unable to continue paying all the bills. And he had to leave. This is America. I thank God every day that He has provided me with work, with a way to take care of my children and I. But I can't help but notice everything that's going on around us. We're in a pandemic, and they want us to stay home. It's not a full lockdown yet, but they would like us to stay home or wear your masks, which I feel we should be wearing masks to protect ourselves and others. but there's no stimulus. They want us to call the police when there is trouble, but when we do, things like what happened to Botham Jean, Breonna Taylor, can happen and we're scared. This is America. They want us to live the American dream, have the White House with the white picket fence and dog in front, and, a job and your family, and live good. But yet, they don't support that dream for people, especially people of color. They don't teach you in school money management. They don't teach you how to buy home, the process. All that you have to learn from your family. And if you come from a family who didn't have that, then the only way you can learn is on the street or by finding it out on your own. This is America. I just wanted to record my feelings tonight because I'm going to go back to sleep. But I didn't want to forget 1 ounce of my dream because I feel that God wanted me to talk about this today. Thank you.
And I did not go back to sleep. Could not go back to sleep. So I just continued on getting my son ready for school and cleaning and doing things, which brings me here now. So what I'm about to play is that shooting that I explained in that voice segment. And let me play it and then we'll talk about it.
The video you're about to see is graphic, but it shows a clearer picture into what exactly led up to the shooting, which left 2 teens dead and 2 deputies on paid administrative leave. All this information now coming from Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivy's Facebook page, with this video attached. This is dashcam video from Brevard County Deputy Hafit Santiago Miranda, taken a few days ago on November 13th. According to Sheriff Wayne Ivy, both Santiago Miranda and fellow deputy Carson Hendren are looking for a possible stolen car, one that fled from another deputy in the Cocoa area. There is no audio at first, and it's not clear if that's an edit or how the video recorded. But we've briefly slowed down the video here to show you the silver vehicle Sheriff Ivy says his deputies were looking for. Here, they try to make contact with the people inside: 16-year-old Angelo Crooms, 18-year-old Sincere Pierce, and another unidentified passenger. Then, audio cuts on for what happens next.
Stop the vehicle! Stop the vehicle! Stop the vehicle! Stop! 1033. Stop the vehicle, God! Stop! Stop!
The car then goes off camera before coming to a stop. Both Crooms and Pierce were killed, and the deputies have been placed on paid administrative leave while the Florida Department of Law Enforcement investigates. Sheriff Ivy posting Tuesday night that Deputy Santiago Miranda, who yelled stop 7 times, was forced to fire his service weapon in an attempt to stop the deadly threat of the car from crashing into him. Ivy also said a third person inside the car told FDLE investigators that everyone inside could hear the deputy's commands. Santiago Miranda has been with the department for almost 4 years, and Hendren almost 2.5. Ivy now asking for prayers for the families of Crooms, Pierce, and his deputies, as an incident of this magnitude impacts everyone. 2 firearms were also found in the vehicle, according to Sheriff Ivey, but they've not said who those guns belong to. The sheriff's office has not confirmed if the vehicle the teens were in was actually stolen, only saying deputies thought it was possibly stolen. The sheriff's office has also not said if the third person who was inside that car is under investigation. I'm Maris Badcock, getting results, News 6.
So now civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump has taken this case. It happened here in Florida in Brevard County. And from that video, you can see that, well, from viewing that video, I do not feel that the deputies' lives were in danger. And I do feel that, they didn't have to use the excessive force that they used, especially if it's just an investigation. So do they have a shoot first, ask question later law or police procedure? I don't know. I just know that our black men, kids, women are being killed one by one. What are we going to do about it? This is America. While President Trump is worried about the election loss, his election loss, he does not care about the pandemic. He does not care about the neighborhood, the communities who are affected by the pandemic. He does not care about these police shootings. All he cares about is himself. He does not care about stimulus. He does not care who's hungry. This place, America, has turned into a war zone. And the only way we are going to be able to combat what's going on is if we join forces and do something about it. Like we joined forces and we voted. America spoke. Biden and Kamala were elected. But we do have to do more. First of all, we have to stop killing each other. And we have to help each other up. If we're in a position that we can help someone else, we need to do that. If we see our brother doing something wrong or something that can cause his death, they said there was a third person in that vehicle, we need to stop it. What we didn't see in that video was there was a woman, one of the boy's mother, screaming at the police, "That's my son. Please don't shoot him." Please, begging and crying and pleading to the police as they shot and killed her son. With my dream, we scream, but our voices are not heard. This is America. I'm Classy J, and I can be found on Classy J TV or on my Classy J YouTube channel, which I will put a description in below, and it will have the links to both my pages. If you are not subscribed to Classy J, please subscribe to both pages, and I will continue to look at these situations. And before I end, I just want you to know that I am a woman who loves the Lord, and God is looking over us, and He is going to make this situation okay. But we need to walk towards what we want and how we want it. And we have to come together and pray for America. We have to pray for our minorities. We have to pray over our children. And we have to pray that a change is made. Martin Luther King in the 60s fought for us to have, more liberties. And although that dream was heard, his dream is not 100% realized. We need to carry on that dream. Thank you for watching Classy J. And Classy J is out. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment to Classy J TV. If you're a new subscriber, welcome and thank you.